Hey guys, welcome to IBK. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to actually review this rice cooker. It just came out, it's from Cuchen, and it's pretty nice. But one thing I found is I couldn't find a single review when I was searching for a rice cooker. I was actually looking for this new model and not a single video on YouTube. So you know what? I decided that when I get it, I should try making a review. And so it's a rice cooker, so there's not too much things that I'm going to review, but I think just in general it'd be better than nothing. So yeah, here you go. This is usually considered a Korean rice cooker, so all the menu and dials and the voice prompts in here are going to be Korean. They do have English mode if you need help, so you can easily use the manual and switch it to English mode if you need. So, if you live in the United States, there's no problem getting this thing to work with English, but mine is set up for Korean, so I'll just kind of go through it. This rice cooker is actually kind of like a mini rice cooker, so it's for 3 people max, I would say, and it's a 3-cup rice cooker. So what that means is, when you open this right here, the actual bowl that you put rice into is for 3. And I was actually thinking about this because this is usually comes in like 3 cups or 6 cups, 10 cups. And I was just wondering if 3 was going to be enough. But I think now looking at the size, it really is. It's enough rice for 3 people. Maybe if you guys eat a lot of rice and you have, 3 adults, maybe you might want to go with 6. Or if you have parties, you might want to go with 6. But if it's like 2 people or single person or just like 2 people and 1 kid, I think this is easily going to cover you for a day worth of rice. And it's very nice. Everything about this is a very thoughtful design. I've had a lot of rice cookers in my past, being that I eat a lot of rice, but there's a few things that I considered when I chose this, and maybe this will help you decide. So the price of this is usually around $300. It's not cheap. There's cheaper rice cookers out there and they're all fine, but usually when you get to the Korean rice cookers, they are actually more expensive than $300, or like $300 to $500 to even $600. So it's kind of on the lower side of the spectrum when you're talking about price for Korean rice cookers. But I think they're worth it because they cook very well, and they last pretty long time, and they work really well with Korean rice. All right. So what you have here is a touch screen. So that's just something to keep in mind. So all of these things are actual touch screen buttons that you press, and these are like done with static touch. So you could just, it should work for the lifetime of this unit. I hope so. But there's no actual physical buttons. So if that's what you're looking for, that's something to know. Also, one thing to keep in mind is aesthetics. I think this looks very nice. If you have a white kitchen, if you like white appliances, this matches very well with it. It looks much better in real life than I thought it would in pictures. That was another thing. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I just saw online what it was going to look like, and when I got it and I received it and looked at it, I thought, wow, it does look nice for a rice cooker. So not a big deal for rice cookers, but it's not bad to look nice, and your family might like it. All right. One other thing is this thing has auto cleaning. It has heating, warm heating, and it has a little cup that you put here, which gets all the water out. You could easily rinse out. And that's one of the highlights of this rice cooker, is that it's very easy to clean. It even has this silent steamer, which says right here, silent steam guard. All right. And this one right here is supposed to put a cap on this steamer right here, making it a little bit quieter. Now this is an IH rice cooker, so it's gonna make a little bit of an electric noise when you start cooking, but that's normal from IH. And I think overall, from what I hear, that's normal. So I think this rice cooker is like the newest, well-made rice cooker for a small family from Cuchen currently. and it's IH, which means it's induction heating. And that's usually, I don't know, in my experience, induction heating does make the rice more sticky, and it also does seem like there's a word in Korean, like it just makes the rice taste better. So that it's an overall heat that gets encapsulated in this vessel, and it just makes the rice more balanced as far as the heat goes. All right. Hopefully, like, that's something that you can research if you want a IH rice cooker, which is a little bit more expensive, versus a non-IH, which is a little bit cheaper. But I mean, the rice tastes good in both, but I think these do make a little bit of a difference, and I enjoy it, and that's why I got it. Okay. Now, one thing I really like about this rice cooker is the fact that you can clean inside here. And what I mean by that is, let me get this video right here. So what I mean is that this Cuchen has a thermal guard right here, and this guard is waterproof. So I don't know if you have other rice cookers or you've seen before. There's usually something that you press like this, it goes down, and it's got a gap, like a hole. And usually if liquid gets in there, it's really hard to clean in my experience. But seeing that this thing is waterproof and also locked in, the water, if you put water in here, it's going to stay here like a bowl, and it's very easy to clean in my opinion. Now, granted, when your rice cooker is new, usually stuff don't get in here, at least in my experience. Like, you know, things don't start flowing in there, but as it gets older, or if you make a mistake with the water level, it can get in there. So it's something to think about. It's not the most important thing, but it's something that I like just because I know that I can maintain it longer if I clean it right away, and I don't have to worry about like the gaps and holes that the water goes into. All right. And so now over here, there's some, sorry about the shake right here. Now here, there's some things like rubber, kind of like gaskets, rubber seals here that you have to kind of change after usage. The Cuchen rice cooker says that it will tell you that it's time to replace this through the screen that you saw earlier. And so I think that's also helpful, but of course you can kind of look at it yourself and see if there's wear and tear. You might need to change it on your own. Okay, so overall I think it's a very thoughtful design. And of course this bowl right here, Daiking, it's very, very strong, and it lasts very long time. Like, of all the rice cookers I had, these things seem to last the longest, and they're usually in good shape if you clean it well. Of course, you don't want to get a metal scraper and start cleaning this at all. You want to be gentle when you clean it, but these things do last a long time. Okay, so yeah, I'm overall very happy with this rice cooker. And so here it is. We have some menus I wanted to go over. There's white sticky, mixed grain, healthy bean, brown rice, less sticky, cooked frozen rice, cooked frozen mixed grain, steam dish, warm, turbo setting, presets, auto clean. So like turbo is if you don't have time, you press that and then it'll cook the rice faster. That's for when you're kind of in a hurry. But as you can see here, there's just a lot of types of rice that you can usually, you know, try or make. And I personally like the white sticky, but a lot of Koreans or Asians like to eat the healthy bean and the brown rice. So if that's your jam, then go ahead. And of course, there is the, let me get this screen right here. Less sticky means like you want the rice less sticky. I like it sticky a little bit more, so I use that, but that just depends on your flavor. And of course, frozen rice. Some people like to freeze their rice after they make rice and just kind of keep it so that they can use it again in the future. And there's options like that. So very versatile, cool design, very easy to clean, and pretty quiet when you run it. And I think that this is a great buy for the price, and I'm happy with mine. All right, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.